Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to this series of webinars of the Eötvös Loránd University. Today we have the opportunity to learn more about MSc in Cartography. That is a really unique program, as the Eötvös Loránd University is the only university in Hungary that offers this master program. We have here with us Professor Zentai, who is the head of the institute. Thank you very much. And we also have two students from this master program. Warm welcome, Sara, and warm welcome, Mohamed. My name is Marton Bélik, and let me introduce the Faculty of Informatics first, before we go into the program introductions and the student stories about the program itself. The Faculty of Informatics, in general, Eötvös Loránd University, was founded in 1635. And since that time, this is the longest continuously operating university in Hungary. This means that we were established more than 370 years ago. The name of Eötvös Loránd was adapted in 1950s after a world-famous physicist. In 2003, the Faculty of Informatics became an independent faculty. That's what we wanted to summarize from the long history of the university. The university won the Research University Award in 2010 and also got the University of National Excellence Award in 2013. In 2017, Savaria University Center integrated into the Faculty of Informatics, and since that time we have more campuses. We also have a campus in Szombathely, and we also represent more scientific fields. Within Hungary, we are one of the most popular universities, if not the most popular one. This year we won the first place because more than 1/4 of the applicants are applying to the programs, to the study programs that we have, that you can apply to. But we are also really well ranked within the international rankings, and we have cooperations all around the world. There is a novelty from March that one of the professors from the Faculty of Sciences, got the Abel Prize. So it is really important that the faculty not to only attract the best students, the talents all around the globe, but we are very proud that the faculty, the teaching staff, is also a really well-ranked, well-qualified teaching staff. At the faculty, we have approximately 3,000 students, a little more than 3,000 students. And if you look at the number of students, the increase of the number, then you can see the number of international students there. We can say that by now, by 2020, by the start of the academic year 2020, we had 20% of our students from abroad. We are really proud to have so many students, and also you can imagine what a great international atmosphere there is. The popularity of the programs is increasing rapidly from one year to another one. In the bachelor programs that we provide, we experience a 66% increase, and in the master programs, we experienced 300% increase in the last 3 years. Also, if we look at the academic staff of the faculty, then you can see that more and more faculty is joining us as well, and also more and more faculty from abroad. We are one of the faculties that has maybe the most international teaching staff at the campus, especially when it comes to the ratio of the faculty. We are well embedded within the European higher education. We are cooperating in the major programs. So we also have a separate CPUS network that got the Minister's Prize of Excellence 3 times already. Our university is one of the founding members of the Budapest node of the EIT Digital, and we also have many Erasmus partnerships. We also have Erasmus Mundus Master Program at the faculty, and we also run strategic partnerships with other universities within the Erasmus program. If you look at the map, then you can also see that you can reach the major European cities from Budapest with a 1 or 2 hour flight altogether. Not only the international partners, but also the industry partners are well interconnected into the faculty's life. At the faculty, we call them labs. So we have various labs with various companies. These are the largest European companies. If you look at the slides, and you can see some of the names listed here, and you can also see the name of the labs that the companies are cooperating with. Apart from these industrial labs, we also have other labs like the Artificial Intelligence National Lab or the Quantum Informatics National Lab. These are really huge projects, mostly based on research. And of course, we also provide various other labs with business partners and also within project cooperations. Here you can have a look at the partner companies. As I said, the faculty has a number of partners, of business partners. And why it is so important for us is because at the faculty, we truly believe that the knowledge triangle, the education, the research, and the business are going hand in hand together. We have some programs, degree programs on master level in which innovation and entrepreneurship is a part of the curriculum. 25% of the curriculum is innovation and entrepreneurship only. But we also provide innovation and entrepreneurship classes for all our students. So regardless what program you would study, regardless whether it is bachelor or master level, there are courses for you to develop yourself in the field of innovation and entrepreneurship. Let's have a quick look at the programs that the faculty offers. So we have on bachelor levels, we have computer science and mechanical engineering. On master level, we have computer science for autonomous systems. And we also have master in cartography. Please note that the Master in Computer Science has 6 specializations, but we also provide joint programs. Joint means jointly with international partners, other universities, and jointly with other with the industry. And we are a member of 2 consortia providing these joint master programs. One of the consortium is the large EIT Digital, that has its 10th anniversary now. And the other consortium is a smaller one, consists of 3 universities, and we provide a master program in the field of intelligent field robotic system. We also have short-term programs like the summer schools. So we provide 3 summer schools, and we also have education on doctoral level, of course. Apart from the educational programs, it is really important for the university to engage not only with the business partners, not only with universities, but also engage with the society, with the neighboring surrounding, with everything that surrounds us. Therefore, we have, again, various laboratories and we participate in various challenges. So we have trainings for elementary school children, and we are also facilitating these trainings. We are participating in the International Bebras Challenge. That is a huge challenge for students, for pupils between 10 and between 12 and 14 years old. The faculty has also services for the students. You have to know that the university provides numerous services for the students. On faculty level, we also have a student support center that can help you with the learning methodology, but also with individual counseling, life coaching, crisis intervention, and so on. This faculty student support center, for example, also provides the Morning Faces program that was launched during the COVID. And yes, these are morning faces in the mornings, but it's very important that the student support center also brings in a lots of positive energy and a lots of social aspects when they are dealing with their tasks. We also have a library, a faculty library that is being transferred more and more into a community zone. And of course, there is the Talent Development Association named after John von Neumann. Here you can have a look at the links of the university, at the links of the faculty. This QR code is going to direct you to the Facebook page of the faculty. So if you scan it now, then you can just be there very quickly. And in the last line, you can see a direct email address to the coordinator, to the administrative coordinator of the program, of the Master in Cartography. So if there were any questions, then just feel free to email Veronika Flora-Kish. This is the faculty introduction that I wanted to show you briefly. And now I would like to give the floor to Professor Zentai to make his presentation.
Thank you, Martin. Hello, welcome in the webinar. Yes, I'm the director of the Institute of Cartography and Geoinformatics, and we are responsible for this Cartography Master. As usual, the master, at least in Hungary, usually the master is 4 semesters, 2 years in total, and we start the education in Hungary every September. So it's 120 credits altogether. We run the program parallelly, both in Hungarian and in English. As Martin mentioned in his presentation, this is a unique program in Hungary. So we are the only university which offers this program to the Hungarian students. But of course, in the international level, some other universities are also offering cartography, but not too much. Because of the strict accreditation regulations in Hungary, practically the English and the Hungarian language program is nearly identical content-wise. We just adjusted the content for the foreign students. For example, we have a course on geographical names, and of course it's not exactly the same for the Hungarian students when we are focusing on Hungarian geographic names, and the same for the foreign students when we are focusing on the international standardization of geographical names. So yeah, we adjusted it, but practically the list of the subject, the list of the courses is the same like the Hungarian version. And also, according to the strict Hungarian regulations, the general outcomes of all approved university programs are regulated in a ministerial decree. So we have to use that, and practically the outcome is the same for foreign students. How can you enter the Cartography Master? Yeah, if I may say, there are no strict regulations. Of course, bachelor is obligatory, and according to this decree, which defines the general outcomes, of course, it is also gives some hints on what are the best bachelors. So we are welcoming students mostly who studied kind of earth sciences, including geography, surveying, geodetic engineering, and any kind of similar programs, because our foreign students are really coming from different countries, different bachelor. We don't have we cannot provide a list of accepted bachelors, but in case of if you are not sure whether your bachelor is accepted, please feel free to contact us. It's quite interesting that some of our recent students have already obtained a master degree as well in their home country, but of course it's not necessary if you so you can join us with bachelor. There is an entry test in writing. So because of it's not possible to and it's not easy to travel to Hungary as an applicant, and especially nowadays in the COVID situation, we have just online education. So even the entry test is an online test. We send the test for the applicants, and you will have 2 days to complete the test. In the test, we would like to check your knowledge, your motivation on, for example, on topography, map use, projections, map types, and your any previous knowledge on cartography and GIS software. Our department or institute was founded in 1953, and as Martin mentioned in his presentation, in 2003, when the Faculty of Informatics was established, we also extended our name. So since that time, our name includes also geoinformatics, and last year, due to the structural changes, or name was changed, but it's just from department to institute. So it's nowadays the Institute of Cartography and Geoinformatics. We started our English language cartography master first time in 2016. Hungary implemented the so-called Bologna system, which is commonly used in Europe in the beginning of the 21st century. Officially, Hungary started the Bologna system education in 2006, and the masters are started in 2009. But of course, even previously, we had a 5-year independent program in cartography. Recently, in the English language cartography master, we have 10 first-year students and 5 second-year students in the cartography master. So it's really not a big program. The numbers are quite similar if I would talk on the Hungarian language version. And here you can see on the bottom of the slide how many students have already graduated. You can see there are not so much, but hopefully this year we already 4 of them already graduated in the winter season, so in January. But hopefully in summer, 5 additional students, 2 of them are present will be graduated. Yeah, I mentioned cartography and geoinformatics. In cartography, we are focusing on visualization, while GIS is mostly dealing with data collection and data analysis. But of course, in the next slides, you will see which kind of courses, which kind of subjects are available, and of course we are teaching a lot of GIS in our cartography master. So our students will learn the most useful, most efficient cartographic visualization methods and techniques. Because we are focusing on visualization, we have to take into consideration the special characteristic of paper maps and web maps, or all kinds of cartographic products, and it is based on the long-term cartographic tradition, but also on the newest technologies. And as I mentioned previously, this is a unique program in Hungary, so we try to provide education which can be useful on any fields where or graduated students can be employed. So we have a wide range of modules offering courses on geodesy, representation methods of cartographic information and geoinformatics, map-making technologies, and also including aesthetics of cartographic products. As I mentioned you, because it's a unique program and we have to be sure that our students can be useful in many areas, including publishing industry, national mapping agencies, tourism, municipalities, map libraries, environmental protection, and private companies which are looking for professionals of visualization methods. So our objective is to train cartographers with good theoretical background and also practical knowledge. So they are trained to be able to manage and coordinate cartographic and geoinformatic research projects. So I will have a slide on also the best students can continue their studies on our PhD program as well. So cartography and geoinformatics also require some knowledge on geography, other earth sciences, information technology. Don't forget, we are on the Faculty of Informatics. And it's quite unusual. Cartography and geoinformatics in other universities belongs to other faculties, but it's quite unusual that it belongs to the Faculty of Informatics, but I think it's a good place for us. Okay, cartography, even it's a traditional name, but traditional term, but in the modern ages, it's still a kind of practical science. And I'm old enough to remember how computer technology was implemented in cartography. And I also mentioned that there are not so many countries offering a cartography master. In many countries, they converted it to a simple GIS program, but we still think that cartography is relevant, so we are insisting on keeping the name. We have quite a highly qualified academic staff, 11 members of the full-time professors of the institute have PhD degree, and we also have additional external experts also from industry. We are also working in different national and international professional cartography GIS organizations of the related area. So I think we have really good experts to teach our students. On that slide, you can see the list of subjects of the 4th semester. I just highlight there is a complex work placement. It's a minimum 3 weeks long a course in an industrial partner in summertime. So practically it is after the semester or between the 2 semesters. And of course, at the end of the program, there is a degree thesis. So you can see that on the very last semester, there are only very few courses because students should focus on the degree thesis. And we also have some optional courses. On our website, you can find most detailed information of the content of these subjects. Here you can see some photos on how is the life on the cartography masters. Sometimes we have terrain or fieldwork practice. Here, for example, you can see our final exam when we don't have an opportunity, a face-to-face final exam. So our students were partly abroad, and we managed the final exam for them. Okay. Yeah, I mentioned that cartography and geoinformatics, and we are working on a new separate master on geoinformatics, but of course we are planning to run both masters parallelly, both cartography and geoinformatics, in both languages, in Hungarian and in English as well. I already mentioned that the strict Hungarian accreditation regulation, so it took us 15 years to get the accreditation on geoinformatics in Hungary. So hopefully we can start it next year in Hungarian, and hopefully very soon in English, maybe also in 2022. But the generic outcomes will be slightly different, of course. In cartography, as I mentioned, we are focusing on visualization, but in geoinformatics master, we will focus on data capture, data analysis. And I also mentioned the PhD program. It's a 2+2 years program. It's a doctoral school on earth sciences, and in this doctoral school there is a special program on cartography and geoinformatics. And recently we have 7 foreign and 6 Hungarian students. We are providing supervising, conference participation, publication, and so on. So here are the contact information, and here you can see a very nice slogan which was given by the previous one of the previous presidents of the International Cartographic Association. So it's okay to be a cartographer, and we think it's really a good profession to be a cartographer. We also have an international map year in 2015 and 2017, and it's a large cake to celebrate cartography. And this is another slogan: let's make the world a better place with maps. So I hope you can join us, and we can make a world better with cartography. On the very last slide, you can see one of the main buildings of our campus. And here you can see 2 abbreviations. The I key is the Faculty of Informatics in Hungarian, and here you can see on a drone photographs of the abbreviation of the university, which was made from drones in our last year field trip. Thank you for taking part on the webinar, and we are ready to answer your question. Feel free to contact us, and hopefully you can join us in the forthcoming years. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this great presentation, Professor Zentai. And now we are getting to the part of the program where we have two students from this program, from this major. We have with us Sara and Mohamed. Please let me make questions to the students, and let me start with Sara, if I may. So not that very long time ago, maybe you were in the same situation. You were looking all over the master programs available. Could you tell a little bit about this selection process, and how did it happen that in the end you selected this program and our university, the Eötvös Loránd University?
Yeah, well, I'm studying at Eötvös Loránd thanks to the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship program. And the reason why I chose cartography at Eötvös is because previously I have had experiences with geographical information software and how to create maps, but in a more technical way. And I saw that in this master, they focus also about the history behind all the methodologies and all the methods created to the geovisualization that I was using. So I was very interested in it, as well as the new subjects that they introduced to me as programming skills, which I did not have. So yes, one of the things it made me realize that yeah, I could be good at it. And also, I think Eötvös Loránd is a very good university here in Hungary. So yeah.
Thank you very much. Mohamed, how was it? How was your selection process running?
Well, it was, I would say, smooth, because at first I had a few difficulties because I was doing another internship in some other place. And then there was the exam process that Professor Zentai talked about, and I didn't have time for that, and they were super nice to allow me an extra 2 days for that. So I was like, okay, this is a human-sized department. These people care about like other circumstances. So and actually, I was doing an internship in the mining university of Krakow in Poland. And when I mentioned the ELTE University, one of my supervisors there gave me a brochure for all the Hungarian natural reserves, and he was like, "Just go. This is like an interesting opportunity." So that really pushed me to, and like I did my own research, but that actually topped it off with like, yes, this will be a great opportunity. And then I found a welcoming staff, actually, like even in the selection process. So I felt a bit like there and at home.
Thank you very much. And Sara, what is it like to study at ELTE? What is it to be a student? Did the program match your expectations, or could you please tell about this? How do you like the program, or how do you like the surrounding?
Yeah, well, I think the university is very nice. The campus itself is very beautiful, and the laboratories, I think they are well equipped to all the necessities students have. The program itself, it fulfills my expectations, because I read the curriculum of the master degree before. So yes, I think I'm okay with the program for the moment. Yes.
Thank you very much. Mohamed?
Yeah, well, it's a similar experience. At first, it was a bit confusing because I am not used to selecting my own subjects around the curriculum, and I'm not used to fulfilling a certain credit number. But then once I got all that administrative part going on, it's become a lot more easier. Again, we had some very inspiring teachers, I would say, because there's a certain thing that needs to be conveyed in a lesson other than just the information. And I felt some passion from many of the teachers from topics as Sara mentioned, historical cartography, how to make maps, what makes maps user-friendly. And it's all that those aspects that you wouldn't notice before getting into this master program, and it's a thought-changing process, and that I'm really happy about. Yeah.
Sara, would you like to add something here?
Yeah, no, I think they tell everything. I also felt very welcoming by the staff. They are very friendly towards international people, and they really make us feel at home. So I'm very thankful for it.
Thank you very much for the nice words. And then, last but not least, I have a question for this little unpleasant situation, this COVID situation that we are going through. How was it? How was it for you? How was it for as a student? How did it affected your studies? Sara, could you please start answering?
Yeah, well, I think it was a challenging situation for everybody because no one was prepared for it. So the professors and the students were all a bit shocked on how to proceed with the education in that situation. But at the end, we could follow through. So it was okay. It's a bit hard, especially because you need to have more auto-discipline, you know, because you are in the comfortable place in your home, and you need to be on time on classes and really concentrate on it. So it's quite challenging, but I think if you are really interested in where you're learning, I think it's okay.
Thank you very much. Mohamed?
Well, yeah, it was a bit confusing at first, and now I was looking at the presentations with the ECAL logo and everybody together. I kind of had a few thoughts about how it was before. It definitely was better, but and academically speaking, it's not worse for after the pandemic because we were able to follow up with classes. All the teachers were pretty much understanding of the new situation. The assignments kind of changed, and the exams changed, and we had a different way of communication, but the communication was still there. So I felt a bit strange at first. I mean, who didn't? But it was a smooth way going back to like the main objective of just learning and growing into this. So it was weird at first, and the transition was carried out like nicely, I would say. So we are satisfied with what's happening now.
Thank you very much. And really, just one last question came up my mind. Would you be making a PhD program later on, a doctoral program, or would you be going to the labor market more? If it's just a quick question without any further. Sara?
Yeah. Okay. So at first, I was reluctant to do a PhD program. Now I have another thought about it because as I am writing right now my thesis work, I really like what I'm investigating in my project. So I thought it would be a good idea to do a PhD program. But I also want to have more practical experience. So going into the work market, the job market, it would be, I would say, very useful for me.
Thank you very much.
Well, okay, for me, I would go with a PhD program if I find to continue the work that I'm doing now. But I have a previous engineering degree, so I'm more into practical stuff. And as I'm writing my thesis now, actually having the opposite of what Sarah's thinking, I'm thinking to integrate the job market, let's say. But I'm pretty confident about the outcomes of this because I have saw that the previous graduates, for example, from the master's degree, had a lot of PhD opportunities either in ELTE or other places, and even the job market. I know some graduates who have successfully integrated the job market. So either ways, I'm pretty optimistic about the outcome. I'm just doing it step by step, finishing the program, and then figuring out what's going to happen.
Of course, of course. Is there anything else that you would share with us? Maybe let's start with Mohamed now.
There are small anecdotes that I had. For example, when I introduced myself as a cartography student, everybody is like, "But didn't we explore everywhere on Earth? Like, what do you make maps of?" And I had to re-explain what cartography is, the visualization process, the data processing, and everything like that. So it makes a good conversation starter for people who are interested, of course. And there are like some people who explain that, but we have maps for everywhere now, like Google Maps and a lot of services. So and then you have to also re-explain the user experience, adding the geoinformatic part. So it's a really broad and multidisciplinary field, and this is exactly why I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Sara?
Yeah, I would like to add that being here in this country, which is totally different from my country with a different culture, has really made me grow not only in a professional level because I am doing an academic progress, but also in my personal growth. I think it has opened my eyes to a lot of things, new ways of life, new ways of thinking, different cultures, religions, and to have that kind of adaptability, I think is very useful for everyone in their careers or in their general lives. And also, Hungarian people are actually very kind when you get to meet them. So I would say it's a huge opportunity to study here. Yes.
Thank you very much, Sara. Really, thank you very much, Sara. Thank you very much, Mohamed. We could talk a little longer, but unfortunately our time will be up. And I have one last presentation left about how to apply to this master program. So let me start this presentation and let's go through quickly about this application process. Thank you very much again for this great contribution. So as you heard earlier, the master program, the Master in Cartography, is a really flexible program. It really tries to attract students from various fields of studies. Let's look quickly through at the application process. So we are going to have the application deadline at the end of this month, at the 30th of April. And you should submit your application online via an online application portal. Once you submitted all the necessary application documents, they are going to be evaluated. They are going to be checked, and later on you are going to have, it is not a test, but it is an assignment, as Professor Zentai said. You'll receive 2 days to fill it in an online surface. Once your application is successful, we can start arranging your visa and travel arrangements. It is approximately in July or August the latest. Usually all the evaluations are done by end of June, beginning of July. The school year, the university year, starts in Hungary in September, usually with the 1st of September. So unlike in other European countries where they launch the year in August or in November, September, this is the deadline where you have to enroll to the studies here. This is the website of the program. So that's, I'm sorry for the slide. It is a little mixed up. This is the website of the program. So if you go to the university website, then you can find all the programs listed there. And here on this website, you can also find student testimonials from students who are studied at the program. You can also find the structure of the program, details of the study program, what courses to study, career opportunities, and also the application, the admission information is to be found here. In the previous presentation, we already seen these bachelor degrees. Bachelor in Cartography, Geoinformatics, Geomatics, Geography, Earth Sciences. But you also have to know, and it is important, that you'd rather show us your bachelor degree, and then the administration can respond whether it is a fit or not. We have really many students from various fields, which gives also a very good atmosphere and also a strength to this program. Regarding the application documents, all the documents has to be uploaded into the online application form. So the first document to submit is this application form itself. And we would like to know as much as possible about your previous learning experiences and previous learnings. So we will need your bachelor level degree. We will need also the transcript of records, all transcripts, but also any documents about other or further education that you made. We need your proof of English proficiency, and the level of this proficiency should be B2 according to the European CEFR system. Other documents also have to be uploaded into this online application system. The CV, main pages of your passport. Also, it is important that you have to upload a passport picture separately into this online surface. I'm going to show in a second. And we will also need a medical certificate attached to your application. Let's have a look at this application portal. So it is really easy to apply because you go to the website of the program and you will find an Apply Now button there. So basically, by clicking this Apply Now button, you are already starting a registration. That's what the registration looks like in this online application system. So you will have to provide an email address first. Then you have to confirm this email. So that's what the email looks like in your mailbox once you receive it. Then you have to start filling in the personal information. It is really important that you provide us with the most accurate data that you can. Otherwise, we would have difficulties throughout the application and later on during the enrollment process. In the priorities menu, that is the point where you have to add the program that you would like to apply to. So if you apply to a Master in Cartography, then you have to pick this program, and this has to be your first priority or the only priority within this application form. Later on, the application form requires personal data, names, gender, passport numbers, issue date of the passport, and so on. And it also requires the picture I mentioned earlier. So at the bottom of the page of the profile menu, there is this part where you can add your passport picture. Other parts in the application form are the contacts. Here you have to provide your contacts. Please provide an email address that you check frequently. And also there is this important emergency contact. This contact should be a person, should be someone whom you trust. This person should be someone from your family maybe, or from your very close friends. Because this emergency contact is needed if there is an emergency and somebody has to be reached quickly. Education. To add further education, to add more and more information about your education, you have to insert new block, as you can see at the bottom of the page. And basically here you can provide us with all the education information that you would like to attach to this application. It is important that you will be also uploading the documents of these education activities. Languages. First, you have to select your native language, and then you can add further languages. You can add quite many languages. Activities. Here you can add all the activities that you would like to add separately. So if you did not mention something in your CV, if you didn't uploaded one of your certificate, then this is the place where you can add the activity and add some information about it. If you have ever been abroad, or if you would like to share with us that you had an abroad experience abroad, then this is the place. It is called residences, and basically here you can add all the locations that you ever studied at. Residencies once again. And the most important part, the documents part. So here you only need to drag and drop the documents here on this cloud. It is really important that you upload only JPEG, GIF, PNG, and PDF file formats, and none of the files is larger than 4 megabytes. What is very important that we will need all your documents electronically during the application. And you do not have to send us any of the documents via post. So please do not send us the original documents during the enrollment, because they are during the application, because they are not important. Once you arrive, or once you enroll, when the enrollment starts, then we will have to check the original documents anyway. So during the enrollment, we just have to see the original papers of your previous schools or language certificates. There is a motivation part in the application as well. You do not have to necessarily fill in here with a motivational letter, but this is also a space if you would like to fill out the motivational letter, then you can also type it in here, or you can just upload it. Basically, you can provide us with further links, further information, further links that we can access and we can download later on. Here, the only required information is the information source. And here we ask, where did you hear about us? This is important for us to know where could we reach already. There is a checklist in the application form. So basically, whenever we are missing any of the documents or any of the papers, we can let you know. And during the application, it is a process when we are being in touch all the time, and we are checking the documents, we are checking the information that you are sending us, and we are giving you feedback all the time until the application is not complete, until it doesn't look the best. So sometimes it is more rounds, because sometimes the administration is asking you for another document to upload. Sometimes you are asked to upload a translation, an official translation of your document. This is necessary. Here you can follow up whether a document is uploaded or not. Once again, let's have a look at the links. So the third link from the top, MSc in Cartography, is the link where you will find all the information about this master program and also the application link. And at the bottom of this slide, you can see the contact person for MSc in Cartography, and you can see the email address there. While this webinar is running, we are responding to the questions that we receive in the chat box, but we are going to save all these questions for ourselves, and we are going to reply to you after this webinar. So do not worry. If there is anything that you would like, you can turn to us, you can turn to our faculty, you can turn to our students. Do not hesitate to contact anyone, the most sympathetic contact that you like today, because we are really looking forward to learn, to cooperate, and to study together in this field. I also have group pictures, which is not very common nowadays, but maybe we will get back swiftly. In these pictures, you can also see the student ambassadors on the left, and you can also see some robots on the right-hand side. And this is the final slide. I am looking at our clock, and it seems that the webinar is running to its end. And I'm also looking into the chat whether there is any new or unanswered question. But if I see it well, we answered all the questions by now. So once again, let me thank you very much for Professor Zentai for his presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sara. Thank you very much, Mohamed, for sharing your experiences. I'm turning to the audience now. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for being with us. There is really a handful of participants with us already. This webinar is recorded, so we will promote the link of the recording itself. And I would like to wrap it up now. Thank you very much, and have a good afternoon. Thank you once again, and goodbye.